Hey guys, today we're going to be taking the clutch cover off of this engine. This is a 92 Moto4 350, Yamaha Moto4 350. It's pretty much the same thing as it is the same thing as a Yamaha Big Bear 350 or any of these late 80s, early to mid 90s Yamaha air-cooled 350 engines are going to be the same. So we're going to take this clutch cover off. Obviously the engine's out of the machine, so that's going to make things quite a bit easier. And this engine ran, but there was some sort of a knock clatter noise going on inside this clutch cover, and when you put the machine into gear at idle, the wheels would start turning right away, which they shouldn't. You should have to give it some throttle for that to happen. So something has gone wrong in here, so we're going to get this cover off and see what has failed. So the first thing you want to do before you take any side cover off of any engine is clean up the dirt as much as you can. Wire brush all the way around, get all the loose dirt off. It doesn't have to be perfect, you're just looking to get the loose material off so it doesn't fall in there. I'm going to be taking the cylinder head and cylinder off of this engine too, so while I'm doing this, I'm going to scrape and blow and got some compressed air here. Works real good after wire brushing. As you can see, what I'm doing now is you want to go around to all the bolts holding this on. They're all 8mm bolts. You want to give them some penetrating oil. I like this pretty well. This WD-40 Specialist comes in a nice big can. It's got this flexible wire nozzle. I like this pretty well. It doesn't smell too bad. I've gone and oiled all these 8mm bolts, and I've tried to get the oil into this seam too, this crankcase seam. All that will help to get it off. And right here we have a 12mm oil supply line. So first thing we want to do is get this oil supply line off. That off of there. There are 2 copper washers on this. Don't lose those. It's like a brake banjo bolt. And then we're looking at these 8mm. Now, a lot of times I see people break these off in the cases, and what I recommend doing is every bolt is I've got this on forward now, clockwise. Just give it a little tap forward and then back it out. That can save you a whole lot of trouble later on. So we're going to do that all the way around. These are coming out really well. They're not all oxidized in there. That's a good sign. some of these are going to come out harder than others. So at this point, I'm not too worried about these. Some engines, you start taking these bolts out and it's white powder from oxidation, and those are the ones you really need to drive in a few degrees and then back out. These are coming out so well that I'm just going to use the big impact and get them out. And we're not going to have any trouble with this engine. And all I did here, this is a big impact with a reducer on it so I can run the 8mm. Because my little gun just doesn't want to do these sometimes. I don't think these have ever been off. This is a 92. They've probably been on there from the factory. So that's quite a while ago. Some of these are hard to get at, so you put an extension on there. And then here you got 3 longer ones. Get these long ones off. Okay, there we have all the bolts out. Now, I'm going to get a rubber mallet. And I want to be careful. Don't hit where there's plastic or the dipstick. Find a place you can tap on the cover. Give it a few smacks. Pull on it a little. And then wiggle and pull. I forgot to tell you, you got to take the dipstick out. I could feel it catching. It goes down behind something, and if you pull, it'll bend the dipstick. So take the dipstick out first. Don't do it like I did. Oh, there's the problem. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me put the dipstick back in here. Hang on. Oh man, this thing this clutch is done for. Okay, wow. No wonder it was making all kinds of clatter bang noises. So there's little pieces falling out everywhere. So there's your primary wet clutch, and see all these loose pieces in here? It's not supposed to be like that. It's all come apart in here. This piece scuffed up, and then if you look here inside this side cover, shifter pieces are all loose. They might actually be okay. We'll see about that. But I don't know if you can see the bottom here inside of this is full of pieces of metal, like a lot of metal. So this definitely is going to need some attention. And there's another shifter part that was loose. I'm just going to leave that on there for now. So yeah, that would explain why when it got put in the gear that it would just take off. So you can you can get new clutch pads and whatnot, and this appears that the little E-clips that hold these on came off. So anyhow, there you have it. That's how to get the clutch cover off of pretty much any Yamaha air-cooled 350 engine.